Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sarah's Reading Corner. Today we have Curious George, A Winter's Nap. What is George doing? Is he waking up? Ready to go to bed? He is yawning and stretching. Adaptation by Marcy Goldberg Sachs and Priya Giri Desai, based on the TV series Teleplay, written by Craig Miller. Look at Bill and George. One fall day, Bill and George went fishing. Bill saw George shivering. Maybe it was too cold to fish. On the way home, Bill told George that some animals, such as bears, go to sleep when it gets cold. They eat a lot in the fall. Then they hibernate or sleep almost all winter. George was curious. If he hibernated, he would miss the cold winter months. At home, George ate and ate. Maybe he would get sleepy and hibernate. Upstairs in bed, George tried to sleep, but his room was too bright. George closed the curtains. He painted a picture of the night sky. He still could not sleep. How did bears do it? George asked the man with the yellow hat about hibernation. This book says bears sleep in dark, quiet caves, said the man. That was it. George needed a cave. Why does he even want to hibernate? Oh, he doesn't like winter because it's too cold. George hung toy bats. He put rocks in his bed. Now his room looked like a cave. George settled in for his long winter nap. Uh-oh, now what? George could hear sounds outside. Pigs oinked, cows mooed, chickens clucked. George shushed them, but they would not be quiet. Shh! Oink, oink, oink. Pagok, pagok. Moo. George covered his ears. The animals were not as loud, but his room was not silent yet. George taped his blanket over the window. Now it was dark and quiet. Finally, George fell asleep. He slept in his monkey cave, just like a bear. After a long time, George woke up. He had done it. He had hibernated. How did you sleep last night? Asked the man. Last night? George had slept only one night, not all winter? George was sad. Then the man had an idea. He took out a box of winter things. The man reminded George how fun winter was. They could sled and ski together. George did not want to miss winter after all. The Big Snooze. When animals hibernate in winter, they sleep at a time when it might be hard for them to find food. In the fall, they start to eat lots of food to store fat. Then they rest all winter long to save energy. They wake up in the spring, ready for a new season. Bears sleep most of the winter. There are other animals that hibernate all winter long and don't wake up at all until spring. Can you guess which animals listed include species that hibernate? Bears, yes. Gophers. I know cows don't. I know pigs don't. I know frogs don't. Ladybugs, not sure. Cats don't. Bats, I don't know. Well, I'm not for sure about a frog, actually. I think frogs do. I think they do. Skunks, I'm not sure. Monkeys? Nope. Although, he's an ape. He's a chimpanzee, don't you think? Make a teddy bear cave. Put your favorite teddy bear or doll to sleep for the winter. With a few objects from inside and outside your house, you can make a cave that is comfortable to hibernate in all winter long. Gather materials. A piece of cardboard for the floor of the cave. A brown paper bag to create the cave walls. A napkin to tuck your bear in. Twigs, moss, rocks, and pine needles to make the bed. Paints, markers, cotton balls, and anything else you need for decorating. A stapler. Construct your cave. Crumple the paper bag so that you can bend it to make the cave walls and ceiling. With a grown-up's help, staple the bag to the cardboard base. Make sure the entrance is large enough to fit your toy. Make the bed using the natural objects you found outside. Decorate your cave like George did. Paint or draw bats on the cave walls. Place small rocks around the bed. Glue cotton balls around the cave to look like snow. Snow in the cave? 4. Now tuck your toy in for his own winter nap. Okay, that was it. Thanks for joining me for Curious George, A Winter's Nap.